Shelly is not happy with Huda. Let me know in the comments whose side you're on. Also, Andrina is an absolute fucking snake. Love Island USA episode 24, and it was time for the heart rate challenge. But before that, Arlanda told Sierra that she kissed Nick. And the way this was edited was that Arlanda told Sierra that she kissed him, and then instantly just kind of went, oh, but I'm glad you're cool with it. Our brain wouldn't have even have took in the information and processed it by that time. So I don't know if she really said it that fast or if it was just edited like that. Sierra says, I'm glad it was with you and he wasn't out exploring with one of the other girls. But he was. When Nick and Sierra went for a chat, he was honest and he says, I was exploring with another girl, she was really nice, but nobody stood up for him. And I don't know if he told her about the kiss or if they just edited that out. You can't trust these editors. But Sierra told Nick that she really liked Elon, they had a lot of similarities, she thought he was really nice, but she didn't want to jump his bones. So everything was all fine and well. Until she spoke to Iris, and Iris says, do you not think it's weird that he kissed your friend when he's been inside you? He says he was going to explore, and at the end of the day, did they really do anything wrong? No, I don't think they did. That being said, she didn't kiss Elon outside any challenges, but they were both having a different experience. Taylor and Clark were having a chat. He asked her how she felt and she's like, great, amazing actually. And she's getting a lot of hate online because when Taylor chose her, she was like smiling and it did look like a kind of bitchy laugh. But I think she was just actually trying to hold back her excitement. And at the end of the day, she didn't have any loyalty to anybody. So she was just trying to find her man, and she did. She hadn't actually done anything wrong. But then, in the heart rate challenge, when Arlandria kissed Taylor, and she was like, oh, I don't want to see that, like, bitch. Do you think Arlandria wanted to come into the villa and see you lying in bed with Taylor and see you all over each other and see you all giggling and all that? Now again, it isn't her that's done anything wrong, but Arlandria didn't want to see the things that they've been doing, so do you know what? Be quiet. She still doesn't deserve any hate whatsoever. She's allowed to feel what she's feeling, but she's not the only person in the villa that's got to see things that they don't want to see. There's a lot of the public who don't want to see Taylor kissing anybody either, they just want him to get the fuck out the villa. Ace has the fucking audacity, once again, to say, oh, I don't lose, I can't lose, blah blah blah. He's telling Shelly, oh, like, you can get to know Chris, like, I don't feel threatened or whatever other shite he talks. Meanwhile, when Shelly went up to Soul Ties to speak to Chris, he's clearly got a problem with him. He's saying, oh, I want to know what it is, like, why do you still want to get to know somebody else? Excuse me? How many people have you got to know since the fucking start of the show? Honest to God. The fucking hypocrisy, this man. At this point, I think we can all agree that Ace has explored the far-off lands, he's explored the world, and he's practically explored outer space, so Shelly can grab her raft and her paddle and fucking go and explore. And he can shut his fucking mouth. It was time for the heart rate challenge, but this time they changed the format and it was like couples. I don't really know how I felt about that. Let me know how you felt about it in the comments. So in the heart rate challenge, things are getting messy. Am I the only person who's confused? Let's just make sure I've got everything straight because I'm obviously missing something. Shelly is coupled up with Ace, she was previously coupled up with Chris, and she's still interested in Chris. So when they came out to do the heart rate challenge, she was on him. She was bouncing up and down on him, kissing him and all that, and she went back for seconds. Keep in mind that Chris is actually paired up with Huda. She was kissing Sierra, she was doing a 3-way kiss with Amaya, like she was doing a lot, right? Great job, great work. Huda came out and went for it on everybody, as we expected. We've seen her do other challenges, we've seen her in the twerking challenge, we knew that this was going to happen. When she pulled Ace out at the end and she was like really going for it, kissing him and everything, Shelly was fucking raging, and I don't understand why. Has Huda expressed interest in Ace before? I genuinely don't know what the problem was. I don't know if maybe Shelly thinks Ace likes Huda. I don't know. To me, she was just trying to win the challenge. I don't think she done anything wrong. Later, Huda went and spoke to Andrina and Amaya, and she says, Shelly's pissed at me. Like, I don't know if I took things too far. And Amaya was saying, like, she's just, like, hot-headed now, like, give her a chance, go and speak to her or whatever. And Andrina didn't really say much for what we've seen. Now, personally, if that was me, and I thought that Huda done too much, and I was her, I just says, you know what, I understand why she's upset, because I do think you took it too far, because, and explained why. But no, she was just like, oh, walked away, didn't say shit, and then went away to Shelly and that, and says, oh, Huda just spoke to me, blah blah blah, and pure started bitching about her. Why didn't she open her fucking mouth at the time? Why did she just sit there nodding and not speak up? I fucking can't stand it. See, when people do things like that, it's just as bad as lying to your face. Open your fucking mouth. Honest to God, man, she's a fucking snaky bitch. Why do so many people have problems communicating? If you're thinking something in your brain and you disagree with something that somebody's saying, it's okay to say, I disagree, or I think you're wrong and this is why. It's very basic communication skills. Shelly was saying, oh, she pulled Ace onto the floor and she was like doing too much and she wanted to get his heart rate up. You can do boo to somebody and get their heart rate up. She didn't just go boo to Chris. She didn't do it to Sierra. She didn't do it to Amaya. So I kinda don't really get her point here. I don't understand the issue whatsoever. I think this has got less to do with the challenge and more to do with Huda bringing Chris back. Because she says she's my friend and she says she brought Chris back for me, but don't say that it's for me, it's for you. Like, she obviously likes him. And if that's how she's feeling, then fine. But she's telling Huda to be honest about her intentions. She's not being honest either. She's making out as if this whole thing's about the challenge with Ace, but it's obviously about her being paired up with Chris. It obviously didn't help matters that Huda got Ace's heart rate up the most. Obviously, as I say in every heart rate challenge, when somebody comes up, like the guys come up and they pick the women up and they're bouncing them up and down and they're spinning them upside down and stuff like that, it's going to make your heart rate go faster. She pulled him out onto the floor, his heart rate's obviously going to be higher, just in general. I'm 100% sure that if it was individual dancing and Shelly was dancing for Ace, she would have rose his heart rate more than Huda. That's kind of the reason why I didn't like the couple format, because if you like the person that you're coupled up with, your heart rate can't be raised the most by your couple anyway, so it's kinda defeats the purpose. When Sierra was talking to Shelly, she said, I know what you're going to say and I totally agree, she took it too far. Like, why Ace? Who should she have pulled instead? Nick? Taylor? What other guy should she have pulled? What guy would it have been okay for it to do that with? Why does it make a difference what guy it is? As far as I remember, she's never expressed any interest in Ace. Let me know in the comments if I've just totally fucking forgot about it. In the end, Sierra and Nick won the heart rate challenge. I think that we all knew that was going to happen, and let's be honest, it was mainly Sierra. We've seen her do other challenges, we've seen her do the challenge in Casa. We knew fine well that she was going to win. Honourable mention to Jaden. I liked her wee flips that she was doing, I liked her wee moves. She was doing a great job. And am I the only person who thinks that she looks like the girl from Two Broke Girls? Also, Amaya, she was really going for it. I was loving her wee one-liners. I think that Amaya is actually hilarious. And when Ace came out and he was kissing her and she's like, oh, no boundaries now, I was pissing myself. And then when him and Shelly pulled her out onto the floor for the three-way kiss, and he's like, oh, hey babe. It was actually so funny. I really enjoyed the heart rate challenge, as I usually do, but this whole scenario with Shelly and Huda is just went right over my head. I really don't get it. Let me know in the comments, do you think that Huda went too far? And do you think that that is really what Shelly's problem is? Or do you think that it's because Huda's paired up with Chris? Or that she brought Chris back to the villa? Honestly, I don't fucking know. And also let me know, why do people have such a problem with communication? Why is it so difficult for somebody to have a conversation with somebody and disagree with them and then just actually say, look, you're in the wrong. You should apologise, I think you did too much, instead of going and bitching about the person behind their back. It really is baffling to me. But overall, episode was quite good. I'm quite confused about the whole scenario, but I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!